Hey everybody, it's Dive Girl Deb. It's very tired Dive Girl Deb because today was processing day for chicken and one turkey. And my most amazing, excellent friend Lorene, she comes over every year and helps with the birds. And man, it is so nice to have help, have another hand, and she's just amazing in her help. And it got hot out here, so I went and got Lorene a umbrella. And then the hornets were bugging her, and she thought a fan would help, so I went and got her a fan. And she was thirsty, so I made her some iced tea and a gin and tonic, and that really helped. But Lorene does whatever I need help with. She's terrific that way. This is our bagging station. Let me start over here. So a bird comes in, and we put them in this station. Can't get that one to go under, but it will. So the bucket collects the blood, which becomes fertilizer. These are some air conditioning and heating ducts, and they work great for chicken and turkeys. And so we put them in here to bleed them. And this is the new area that I designed and built yesterday, and it worked amazing. I mean, it worked so well. It was just amazing. We have a bucket where we put chicken feet, and I've learned that if you can submerge things, keep them underwater, then the yellow jackets are not a problem. And what I did here is I cut a hole in the sink so that this turkey fryer pot would fit inside. Why'd I do that? Well, because it can't tip over now, which is great. And it sits on a shelf now with its heating element. So I plug that baby in, and keeps our water hot. So we use the hot water for scalding the birds so that the feathers will pluck out and release. We also use it after the birds are packed, because I like to use a shrink wrap bags because it seal really tight. And so we'll dunk those in there, and that shrinks them up and makes them tight. And then I put a plastic bag around this hose. It's just a section of hose. And I put a plastic bag around the end here, and then that's for any kind of biologic material that needs to be composted, basically waste. So the heads, the guts, any kind of parts that we cut off that are surplus go in here. And once again, it's all contained so that it keeps down the insects. It keeps the flies away and the hornets. Then we got a nice big table here. So the birds get quenched. Then they go into the whiz-bang chicken plucker. And you flip the switch, and the floor rotates. And you spray them with some water. And in 30 seconds, I kid you not, that bird is 99% plucked. It's amazing. So we come back to the table, we eviscerate, so we clean out all the intestines, and then at this point we'll look at the chart to see, what my customers have ordered. If they want the meat cut, and it comes over here to the meat cutting station, and I'll cut it however they order it. The meat parts go into this little basket, and we walk that over here where they get bagged. Isn't that beautiful? And so we have some rosemary hanging here, which is part of what we use to go into the bags, and sage also. She had a big pile of sage over here on this little backup area. And then the bags get washed off so they're nice and clean, because inside that water, that hot water, is soap. We use soapy water. So the bags get rinsed at that station over there. And this new faucet I bought is amazing, aside from the fact it needs to be tightened and it's leaking. But yeah, this overhead sprayer, man, I paid $19.10 with free delivery. It's got a little pot filler valve on this side, which we don't really need. But yeah, that was great. And the sink is left over from one of my old job sites. This is an old classroom countertop, but it's a really nice quality laminate, and so it works out really nice. And eventually I will extend the shop roof to cover this and put some walls on it. So basically this equipment is just going to live out here now. I don't have to anymore move this in and out of the garage. And man, I gotta say, this is so nice to have this set up nicely. So let's go look at all of our work and how that came out today. Oh, and there's a bottle of bleach sitting here because when we come out first thing in the morning, of course, I get my trusty big brush here and some bleach, and everything gets scrubbed down and sterilized. I let the bleach sit for a good while the water's heating up, and then we could just rinse everything down really nicely. I do spend a lot of time cleaning because I know how important that is. And then the meat comes into the garage, and I put down a sheet of plastic. The concrete pulls some of the body heat out of the birds, and the birds can kind of come down to room temperature at this point. And so I kind of just let them rest in here for a while. It gives us time to clean up. And then these will go into the refrigerator for 2, maybe 3 days. You need them to kind of get cured, where the meat has time to relax and any kind of rigor fall out of the muscle. And then they go into the freezer. So first they get put in a bag, and I've got a turkey over there in that bag that's ordered up. So they get bagged, and that customer's name gets written on the bag, and after it comes out of the refrigerator, it'll go into the freezer for them to come pick up. So if you're interested in some of Dive Girl Deb's amazing poultry, I am taking orders for 2021. And the way I feel today, I'm so tired, and yeah, I'm just fried and exhausted, to be frank with you. But you know, it's a really great production to grow your own food. It's a lot of work for me, to be frank, but at the end of the day, I'm eating some of the most amazing, clean, no GMO, no corn, no soy, I mean, homegrown meat. A lot of the fresh grasses and crops I grow for my birds myself, so that's really great. And the birds are very happy here. So that's it for today. I think I'm going to go find another gin and tonic myself and a nice comfortable place to lay down and relax and celebrate my new meat processing center. And the most important thing that I can celebrate is 2 things: my customers who buy from me, and my absolutely stunningly remarkable friend, Lorraine. She, if I have a project like this and I schedule it with her, we always have a good time and we cut up, and there's nothing more wholesome than growing your own meat and bagging that up, and it's very rewarding to put in the labor to do this. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't like the idea of showing us processing birds because I want the birds to have some dignity, and I'm not afraid of critique because I like to learn, and if there's something I'm not doing, I want to do it better. But I just don't think that a lot of people want to see a bird die and then get taken apart. So I don't show that process. And if you want to learn that, you're welcome to come here. I'll teach you. If you live in the area or if you want to come for a visit. So I do everything in the best, highest quality that I can possibly do. And if I hear there's some way better to do it, then I'm going to adopt to that. Alright, everybody, I love you, And for those of you who have ordered meat from me, thank you so much. I'm blessed to have some really amazing customers. So thank you so much. I'm Dive Real Deb signing out. Alright, you guys. Homegrown poultry. Custom cut and wrapped.